Welcome back, fellow Jedis, and welcome to Lesson 2. Yes, this is Lesson 2. This is to do with smelting. Yes, you heard it, smelting. Smelting is pretty fun. We know that we can smelt all sorts of objects, whether it be food to just items. We can smelt whatever we like. What we're going to do in today's lesson is create our own smelting recipe to get whatever we want back. Now, this is a very quick lesson and very easy. As you know from the previous session, we created this thing called a function. Remember, the function was this bit here. Okay, our smelting recipe is still going to fall under the same function. Now, we could have created a new public void and we could have called this smelting recipes, but really there was no point of doing this because we can just add it to the same function. There was no need to change it at all. So we decided to just keep this as crafting recipes, just so it's a little bit more easier for you to understand and for you to understand the concepts of functions and how to call it. Okay, so this lesson is just sort of to broaden your knowledge of functions and how they work, and to get a reward of smelting. Alright, young Jedis, so what we're going to do is we're going to move ourselves into the samples, we're going to go into our code, and we're going to go to lesson 2. Yes, lesson 2, which is smelting. And you already know the drill is that we're going to open up this smelting main.txt, and as you can see, a very simple line of code here. Very easy, not difficult at all. And it's saying, please add me to the smelting section of the code. So, as we do, we're going to take this code. Just remember, we take everything. Watch out for these little commas here. So we're going to grab them. We're going to say copy. And we're going to paste this into our main.java. Remember, we're looking for the smelting section. So let's go to main.java. And let's stay in this function. And let's look for smelting section. Here it is right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to paste that in, so we can either press Control V or we can right click and say paste. Now let's go through this a little bit. So as just with our recipes, we're saying, well, let's register, but this time instead of a recipe, we're going to add smelting. And what we're saying is, well, we're going to smelt a block of dirt, and in return, we're going to get iron ingots, 1 iron ingot, and we're also going to gain 200 experience points. Yes, quite a lot of experience points just for 1 iron ingot and for smelting 1 block of dirt. But let's say we don't want to smelt that block of dirt and we want to smelt, I don't know, let's say blocks, dot, and you'll notice we get loads and loads and loads of blocks. There's all the blocks that you could find in 1.8 here. There's everything that you need, absolutely everything that is required. But let's just keep it as it was, so we'll just keep it as dot dirt so we don't mess up the tutorial and you don't get confused. So we'll just keep it as the dirt. You got to be careful that you don't say blocks.cobblestone or a recipe that's already there, because for example, if I had to smelt that cobblestone, in return you'd get a piece of stone, which is not our iron ingot. So you got to be very careful that you don't counter a different or the same block that could already be smelted. So you just got to be very careful on what you choose to smelt. And what we're getting in return is these iron ingots. I'll tell you what, let's get some more diamonds. Right, so let's go items dot, and again these are all our items that are in 1.8. So we got blocks and we got items. So we're looking for diamonds, weren't we? So we're actually gonna grab some diamonds. Okay, so when we smelt a block of dirt, we're gonna get a diamond and we're gonna get 200 XP to our player. Now we can change that, so I could give me like 200,000 if I wanted to, but that's just wayly overpowered. So we'll just keep it at 200 XP. Okay, And that's it. That's all it is. And all we have to do now is just say play. Again, it's going to ask me to save our main.java. That's because we changed it. So we're going to save it. And we're going to get it to load up. So everything seems to be loading. Okay, no problem so far. The issue is that if this had to crash, then we'll have a bit of a problem. But for now, it seems to be working fine. And we're in. So let's go into our single player. Back into our island of creepers. And as you can see, we're back in our same world that we got. But this time, we need to get ourselves a furnace. So I think I need to change my game mode again. So let's game mode and go to creative. And let's get ourselves a furnace, because that's what we're going to use to cook. And we're going to grab ourselves some charcoal, because obviously that's very important. We can't use fire charge, I don't think. And let's place this furnace down. Okay. And let's throw our charcoal inside. And let's place a piece of dirt in. And there we go. Since when have you ever seen dirt cook before? This is magic. And we should get back a diamond. And there we go. Did you hear that ting? That was our XP. Oh yes, we got XP. Let's test that. So let's change our game mode back to survival. So we can see I've got my XP bar above my items. Okay. And let's cook our dirt. So let's throw all our dirt in there and let's let it cook. And we'll see that our green bar will change when we take our diamond out. So let's just wait for it to cook. So currently it's sort of on maybe the fourth heart, pretty close to there. Let's take that out and bam! See, it's increased. So we're gathering XP from cooking dirt, which is really cool because dirt is everywhere. Let's break some of this dirt and we can cook some of this too. We can cook everything and we can just become extremely rich in creating loads of diamonds out of dirt. And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. That's all it is for creating our own smelting recipe. We will, in future lessons, smelt our ore into our own items. But for now, it's just, again, an overview to guide you to understand what the function is. So remember, our function is this. We've added our recipes, and this time we've added our smelting recipe in here. Just to remind you that we've got this dot add smelting. Okay, so the dot add smelting, which is referring to the smelting part of registry. We're going to smelt a piece of dirt to create ourselves a diamond, and then it's going to give us 200 experience points. We didn't have to shout to Minecraft saying, hey, call my function, because we've already called it up here. So there's no need to do it again. Thank you very much, young Jedis. My name is Wazza, and I shall see you in the next episode, which is all to do with items. See you then.